Over the years, I've had a ton of squirrel problems, and I've tried a ton of different baffles hanging from the top and on the poles. Well, currently I am setting up a small feeding station in my backyard that's going to be a temporary solution until we build into a new house. And I'm gonna try out a different baffles. I had purchased the Onlyfly bird feeder pole and I really liked it, but it didn't come with a Squirrel Baffle. So I wanted to try out their Onlyfly Squirrel Baffle. So we're gonna put that together and we're gonna test it out. So this comes with quite a few different things here. So one, I do like the fact that they always include gloves for stuff like this. And this has a little bit of a serrated edge on there, and that's why they give you these gloves. For me, I already use a different pair of gloves, so I'm gonna toss these aside for now. And this is actually the baffle, and it comes in 3 different parts. And what we're gonna be doing is we're going to be using these screws here, and what they'll do is we can actually put this together. And then finally, there's a spring that it comes with, and the spring is just to kind of help when the squirrel climbs up the baffle to where it rocks back and forth. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing put together, and we're gonna get it up. The first thing that we need to do is peel all this plastic off of each of these baffles. So we're gonna go ahead and flip these over and pull off all these plastic pieces. And this is just protective film for shipping. And we're going to pull all these off. It should look clear by the time that you pull all these off. These do have a little bit of a blue tint to it that I'm pulling off here, these little pieces of plastic. And so once you pull them off, you're going to see that they are completely clear. So first, grab your equipment here with your screws. I like to pour everything out. This box is perfect to be able to put it right in. We're going to start putting these together. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to put 3 of these together just like this, and then we're going to fold it to where it makes the baffle. So let's just start putting these in. You start with the screw. I put the screw on the top, and then I put the wing nut on the back side. And just keep going through until you have done all of the sides of this. So as you can see now, I have 3 sides all put together here. And what we need to do lastly is pull them basically like this, and we're going to start to make the cone shape here. And then we're just going to put the screws and wing nuts between the last 2, and then we will have our full together baffle. And there we have it, it's all put together, and here is the baffle. The next thing that we need to do is we need to add the holder, and this is going to actually hold the baffle in place, and this is going to go on your feeding pole. So you're going to tighten the screws right around the feeding pole, and it's going to sit on the pole, and then the baffle is actually going to sit down right on top of that. So let's go ahead and put this on our feeding pole. Once you get it on the pole, just put it where you would like your baffle to go, and then tighten down the wing nuts. Now once the buckle is on the pole, we can go ahead and put our spring right on top. Make sure the wider ring is at the top, so this is what's actually going to hold the baffle. And then finally, we can put our baffle right in place. And you can see where the spring comes in handy here. So if a squirrel's coming in or coming down, it's gonna kind of jump all over the place, and it's not really gonna give the squirrel a great place to sit. And that's it. Now we have the feeding baffle up. Hopefully we can keep the squirrels away. I really like this baffle just because it's very easy, and it's not huge or heavy. It's not hard to work. I've had a lot of them that, don't get me wrong, they're heavy duty and they work really well, but the squirrels tend to not really have an issue with it, and they're just kind of bulky and they're just hard to put together. I've had plastic ones that tend to come apart, or if they don't hold together very well. I really like the fact that this one's very simple. I also really like the fact that this has a spring on there. Now, I've dealt with squirrels for many years and I know how they are, and they tend to beat most things. So I'm really curious on how they're going to be worked with this and if they're going to be able to beat this. But I really like the style and everything that it comes with and the attachments that it has. Some are very confusing and some aren't very user-friendly. I really thought the Onlyfly Squirrel Baffle was very easy to put together and has a lot of things that I like. If you're interested in checking this out, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. If you'd like this video and you'd like to see more videos about attracting birds to your backyard, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, remember, get out and get birding.